Okay, we are live. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you've had a good first day back and had a good weekend. Uh, Welcome to Someone's Happy Hour. Today is April 4th. I'm like losing it already. April 4th, episode 62, and we've got a good show in store for you guys. Today, we've got our April monthly mailbag, so we got some good questions in there already. Then we got our usual segments, and we'll wrap it up with our 5v5 of Disney Channel TV shows. So it should be a pretty good one. Definitely brought back some memories trying to recall what shows existed. So that should be a good one to wrap up the episode. But yeah, excited to be live as per usual and get through all of your guys' questions. So should be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Always, these are very much enjoyable, and look forward to see what crazy questions you guys have for us today.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it looks like I know we have Samantha in the chat right now. If you have Samantha's already, I know you've already submitted a ton of questions. So I mean, if you want to submit more, be my guest. But obviously, for anyone who is listening, who wanted to submit a question or anything like that, feel free to still do so. Either DM us on Instagram or Twitter, or I mean, if you're watching, you probably have mine or Tyler's number, so you also could just text us. So yeah, very excited to get started. But I guess before we get into the rest of our segments or the questions, what are you drinking?
Yeah, I went with something basic today because I was like, man, not feeling going crazy. But I got here grapefruit White Claw.
Hell yeah!
I haven't had a White Claw in forever, but I actually do enjoy most of, well, honestly, all. But I think the biggest thing for me is I don't know if do people like grapefruit or do people not like the black cherry?
I think most people don't like the black cherry. I think they say it tastes like cough medicine sometimes, which like I'm like okay with.
I can understand it. I like black cherry.
Yeah, I don't
I
mind
get
black
it.
cherry.
Okay, but yeah, so like I would say grapefruit is probably my favorite one.
Really, more than like mango?
Oh, okay, well,
Oh,
if we're
sorry,
doing,
sorry. I'm opening up. I'm opening up a can of worms here. We're getting into extra packs.
so, yeah, sorry, of the original four,
Yeah.
black cherry, lemon lime, grapefruit, and wait, what's the original four?
Sorry. Grapefruit, black cherry, lime, or natural lime, or whatever the fuck it says, like key lime, or no, it doesn't say key lime. It says natural lime.
Is raspberry in it?
Ooh, I think it is raspberry. I think it is raspberry.
Oh, well, then maybe it might be raspberry.
Samantha's agreeing in the chat. She says, "I love grapefruit. Black cherry is eh."
White
So
Claw, basic.
I think it is. I know it's funny because now that they have like the tropical packs and things like that, like I usually if I'm getting White Claws, will default to the one with like mango, tangerine, lemon, and
Yeah, they have raspberry, but I almost think
know.
raspberry is like I drank it way too much because I like that one the most.
Then
But
now
like
you're
now,
sick
like
of it.
grapefruit is like the better one for me to
Yeah.
get out of the original pack. But if
I'm
we're going like
yeah.
open, I do enjoy the mango, but I feel like I
I'm
really
a
enjoy the lemon one.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the grapefruit ones. Although something that's pretty wild is I feel like I don't know if you're the same way or if like I know you've had a few different seltzers on, so maybe you like mix it up. I feel like I am more loyal to Truly's, which is what I have, than I am White Claw. Like this is a Truly lemonade, granted, so it's like totally it's like different, but I feel like all else being equal, I feel like I'm usually buying a Truly pack of seltzers before I buy White Claw.
I'd agree with that. I think Truly's definitely have like a better flavor to them, especially like an aftertaste. Now that I haven't had a White Claw in forever. That's why I had to like
Yeah,
refresh the memories there.
got to
But
freshen the palate.
but no, I would agree with that. I would say Truly probably does it best. Plus, like I haven't tried any of the new White Claw flavors. Like they've released like a bunch of like surf flavors that look really good and stuff like that. But the berry mix of Truly is what I was gonna say is like the
Oh
best.
yeah,
I feel
like
like that they
the
just
yeah. That one's
because
a
all
really
of them
good
are
one.
really good. So like
There's like the blueberry acai, the strawberry kiwi, I think. Like they have
Yeah,
a whole mix of
or not pomegranate. That's in the tropical one. Pomegranate something. Pomegranate
yeah, I don't remember.
Crush or
They've
something
got
like that.
a good mix. The one thing that's weird, and I can't remember. There's so many now. I can't remember if this is White Claw or if it was Bud Light. Someone made like a soda seltzer recently. Did you see this? I haven't tried it. I want to say it might be Bud Light.
Soda seltzer.
Like it's soda. Like their flavors. It is Bud Light. I'm looking at a box right now.
Like there's no flavor to it. You mean?
No, it's like the flavor is like a soda flavor. So they have classic
Oh,
cola,
cherry
citrus
cola.
soda, orange soda, cherry cola. But it's
I
a
feel like that would
seltzer.
be.
I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be too much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
agree. Mixed berries definitely the move. I like so I have a straw or not strawberry lemonade. I have the lemonade pack, which I know like I really like, but it's one of those where I know it can be a little sweet. But for me, I actually
Yeah.
like these a lot. And this one, I've gotten the Truly lemonades enough to where I'm pretty sure this is like a new add to the Truly lemonade pack, but it's a watermelon lemonade, and it's probably my favorite one. It's like really
Damn.
good
That sounds
because they
good.
have like in the pack they've got like original lemonade, strawberry lemonade, mango lemonade, and now watermelon lemonade. And I think before they used to have a black cherry lemonade, so they've like deviated away from that and now have this instead, which I am a huge fan of.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like the lemonade ones. I just feel like it's like so much flavor and like
There's a lot
sweetness at
going
once.
on.
That it's
A
like,
lot going on.
yeah, it's like I have one of them. Like I'm good.
Oh yeah, it can be a lot, but I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
guess if I'm already drunk, then it wouldn't really matter. But
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, no, I think yeah, I don't know. It's funny because like I feel like I've really been on a Coors Light kick, so I got like a 24 pack of Coors Light, and I've just been. It's so hard when they're right there. You see the can, see the Blue Mountains. I'm like, fuck it, dude, I want one. That's just
we'll
been
have to go out to the brewery when you come out here next.
yeah, I know. I'm pumped, but
They just opened that back up for tours now too.
oh really?
And you don't have to pay anything. You know how like the Budweiser one you pay
Yeah,
10
yeah, yeah,
bucks and you get whatever?
yeah.
This one you don't pay anything and you still get like free beers.
About to just make a whole day out of it and just be
Just keep
100% free.
going.
Be like, I think we missed this on the tour last time, so we're gonna have to do it one more time.
Yeah. I want to give that tour.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've been drinking a lot of Coors Light, but when I go to seltzers, I feel like this is one of my favorites for sure.
Nice.
But yeah, that's my drink for the week. But yeah,
Nice. We can get in the morning stand up then. I can
sounds
go ahead and
good.
kick us off with the beginning of the week was kind of crazy, or I guess not the beginning, the end. Because it is the beginning of the week now. Over the weekend, Enzo had and this will probably be like my 4 p.m. meeting too, just because it probably dabbles in both right now. But Enzo had a pretty bad reaction, we think, to his food. So he was not doing well. There was like, that stuff where we thought he was doing sick and then he got better. And then this past weekend was just bad for him with like throwing up and diarrhea and all that stuff like that. And just all around not good. So we had to quickly take him to the vet this weekend, get him checked out. Luckily, the good thing is no serious thing is bad, I think. What we do think now it's been a few days, the vet's given him some medication so that he should stop throwing up. And if he stopped throwing up, then that was good. If he threw up, we got to take him to the emergency vet because he could have something like wrong inside of him. But we think that it's due to a chicken allergy, which we didn't know, but like that's like the most common allergy in dogs. And it makes sense because that's what
Is
dogs are very popular, more popularly to be like exposed to.
yeah, that makes
So
sense because a lot of food. Is that
his
something
food
that's a specific to a golden retriever like chicken is a common allergy, or is that across dogs? You know?
across the board, I think it's, I mean, maybe more like full purebreds are probably more likely to get it because of the breeding. But like, uh, I think I didn't really ask the vet this, so I wouldn't be too sure on my answer, but I feel like it's across the board because
Yeah.
Nancy knows someone else that has like a chicken allergy, a dog that has a chicken allergy. And it's funny because like we just bought him treats that were like chicken jerky.
Of
We
course,
just got
of course.
we're like halfway through the the food bag of his like chicken and rice like kibble. So it's like, obviously we're not feeding that anymore. We have like this special stuff that the vet gave us that we're giving him for now. But like moving on from there, it's just crazy because it's like, dang, I feel bad for him because he's probably just been like eating chicken this entire time and having a reaction to it, and
Yeah.
because we thought it would be like maybe it's his stress, maybe it's his he's drinking like not enough water, maybe he's
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe he swallowed something he shouldn't have, and then
Yeah.
hopefully this is the thing and it'll be fixed because he's doing a lot better now. He's
Yeah.
on the way up.
It's always good to have it like at least identified, or at least like it seems like that's the thing, because it's always hard. Like when you have like a dog like can't like necessarily like, communicate with you like, hey, this is what's
Exactly.
bothering me. So it's nice when you can
Plus,
kind of
he's
single
still
it out and
he still had like the same like activity, which is a huge sign of like something
yeah,
really wrong.
yeah.
It's like when dogs like laying down, lethargic, not wanting to eat, then it's
Then
like
it's
something's
like, yeah,
wrong.
what's going on?
But he was still acting his crazy self. So
Yeah,
that
that would be you'd tell pretty quickly if that was the case, because that man's
yeah.
wild.
Yeah. So it's scary news, but good news that he's on that we're
Yeah.
figuring it out what's wrong. So I only wish we
Absolutely.
could have found it sooner so we wouldn't have to go through all that
Oh yeah.
craziness this weekend. But also what has been going on, I remember talking about last week, I was talking about like getting in style or getting more into fashion and styling and whatever. And I literally was telling Jason about this before we hopped on, but I went on like a pretty big shopping spree.
Oh yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that like caused this was I told you about ASOS last week too, and like shopping from them, and I think it's really hard to find like clothes that fit a certain body type for me, whether that is like a larger lower half and stuff like that, or more muscular,
Or
whatever
what you
wanna call
call a wagon.
thicker. Yeah. So I think it's like really funny, but when like it's really hard to find clothes like that fit like well,
Yeah,
because you'll
yeah.
find something that fits like lengthwise and waistwise, but then like it's really tight around like your thighs and your butt, and then it makes it look weird. So you're like,
Yeah.
or you can't even like fit your butt over the waistline. So you're
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. And I know this is probably like a weird thing for a guy to say or whatever, because normally like they don't have like huge hips or or huge derriere, but I found ASOS actually does like do a really good job with fitting, at least for my body type. And as soon as I found that out, dude, I was like,
You're like full send.
time to buy like the whole outfit. But
Yeah.
I wasn't all at ASOS. We went to the mall this weekend too, and got some good things going around there. But
Do you
I think
know-
it helped like supply my like what I want my closet to look like now.
Yeah.
I'm like moving on from that like frat boy college phase into
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
street business phase.
Yeah.
So
Do
it's
you-
very nice.
No, that's awesome. Do you know when is it supposed to arrive? Because that's always like, because I assume you ordered it online, or were you actually at a store?
Yeah, so I ordered ASOS online because it's
It's mostly
I think it's
online.
only
I think.
online.
I don't know if it's in person. Yeah.
yeah, so I already got the first like shipment this weekend. So
Shipment.
I have some stuff coming through. The next one is due for like another week or whatever, but then they could just like what's that called when roll into the next one?
I don't know. Wait, what do you mean?
I guess like snowballed into the next one, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But
That's
I,
very
like,
very
started
corporate
going.
jargon of you.
I know. It like started me, and then I'm like, oh, I want some pants from like Lululemon because we were like just talked about it on the podcast, and like obviously those expensive shit. So I was like, do I really want pants from Lululemon?
Like, I
And
want
was like,
one
well,
pair of
fuck it.
pants from Lululemon.
Yeah, and then all the rest I think I did order, but there are some things that I like maybe I should return and stuff like that, just because like, oh, I thought I could pull it off, and you're like, no, I can't pull these off. So it's just funny to see that.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe we'll take some ballsy choices
Hell yeah,
after
dude.
soon. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if like you've known, but like, or you've seen like the oversized T-shirt trend.
I feel like
I
a lot of people have been wearing. Yeah. Isn't that?
I've never really cared about it, but like, I was like, well,
Fuck it.
may as well try it out now. Especially because like ASOS also has like their own brand, which is like cheap as fuck, and they sell like packs of stuff,
You about?
so you can get like different colors and try them out.
Let me. Hang on. Wait.
So
I did.
it-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
ASOS has like a good like design of like I would say like they get you packs and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah,
about to be
just
you,
like that.
dude. Yeah, that's what you're gonna be. This is a picture
Except
of
not the pants,
Justin
dude,
Bieber
just the
at the
shirt.
Justin Bieber at the Grammys. I saw someone joke that he looks like someone who got drafted in the NBA in like 2003, and I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
That is pretty.
Because if you look back to some of those, like obviously, I feel
Kevin
like
Durant.
athletes are like very like trying to be very cutting edge with like style and stuff, and it cracks me up when you look back at like the draft classes. It's like, dude, that looks wild.
Yeah. Just funny how that's considered style, you know.
It's-
Close
it
enough
is-
to-
yeah, exactly.
But like the oversized tee does look pretty like convenient. I don't like the ones that are like the sleeve comes all the way down to like your forearm.
But-
But like
yeah.
typical shirts, like they cover your shoulder. At least like I want the like sleeve that comes down to like
Yeah.
just above your elbow, and like do those. Sorry,
I'm,
Enzo's chasing
I'm
me with scale in the
excited
background.
to I'm excited to see this. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
we'll get a little bit of it from like the top half of this little Zoom square, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah, this
Start
was from
seeing
this
some
weekend
updates.
too, dude. This
Looks
Columbia sweater was $19 on sale.
Was that on ASOS or was that on Columbia?
No, it was at Macy's.
Nice.
They're having a Columbia sale, like all Columbia items. I was like, dude, may as well.
That's
pick one
fucking
up.
sick. Columbia's so good. Like that is solid brand. I think that was a brand one of us drafted last week.
Yeah,
I think that was last week. But yeah, no, that's exciting because it's always nice getting new clothes. But like to your point, it's like the biggest thing is I have so much shit that I do not wear that I need to get rid of because I
Yeah.
we like now we're rehashing our conversation we had before again. I'm like I literally have done however many moves over the last 2 years, and every time I'm about to do a move, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of my clothes, but then it all comes with me, and then I have even
Yeah.
more shit, and then it's just a never-ending
Yeah.
cycle.
for me, it just always cracks me up what I like think was like important or like, oh, it's fashion won't go out of style, and even just in our lifetimes, I'm like, it probably won't change for another 20 years.
Yeah.
And then it's like, damn, dude, maybe
already
it has
back.
been 20 years. And
That's
it's
actually
like,
really gross to think about. Like when
dude,
we're,
I still have some clothes from like high school, middle school.
you know what just kind of stressed me out is like, so if you subtract 20 years, we're like getting to our ages are getting to the point where it's like you'd be like kind of at the beginning age of like starting school, and it's like, fuck, dude, we're about to get soon not too far away here from it's like, oh, you're about to be in like elementary middle school, and then it's like, oh, remember when you wore like, or when there were like the fucking like skater shoes or like different things like that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're coming back, and it's like, I am
No
old.
way.
I
Yeah.
am old.
I know.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. That is insane.
Yeah, so like I just remember like obviously wearing like thinking Ralph Lauren and like Vineyard Vines and
Yeah.
Brooks Brothers and wearing all that stuff because it was like you're supposed to in the fraternities and whatever. But like now I like don't even want to wear that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to wear something that has like, well, okay, this brand, whatever. But like
Yeah.
even if this was like a normal sweater, I'd be like, I prefer that over like a Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. Well,
Which is crazy because
it's-
they're like
it's-
$15
Well,
too.
well, that's what's.
I
I
don't
think,
know. That's just being an adult. and being,
no, but
like,
I think
fucking
that's
saving
part of
money.
like one of the things I realized is like the last time when I kind of did the same thing where I like splurged on a bunch of clothes was I found myself I was at on Banana Republic like their
Yeah.
site, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I could get like I have like yeah nicer like Ralph Lauren type shirts which are nice, and don't get me wrong, like I'll still wear them.
Oh, yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like
You're not looking for any
instead
more.
of spending like on one and spending
$75.
70 bucks, $60, whatever it is, I literally could get fucking 3 or 4 shirts from Banana Republic for the same price. And it's like, why? Like it's just one of those things where it's very interesting, that kind of thought. But yeah, dude, Banana Republic I was a huge fan of. I'll have to check out ASOS more. Like I said, like I said last week, I think it was,
Dude.
I've only got the bomber jacket from there, but I've been a fan of the bomber jacket, so I'm sure they've got other stuff. And I know Samantha said in the chat like ASOS is amazing. She's the
biggest
one who
thing for
told me
me
about
is, like,
that one.
all the Nike products they have that are like different are like literally like my dream.
Really, I didn't even realize
Yeah.
they had Nike in there.
I don't know if you can. Oh no, there we go. So like things like
Ooh.
that.
That's pretty nice.
Like there's like different kind of
Just like different designs.
Oh, here, let me show you.
Dude,
Actually, I have this
dude,
shirt
they're-
right here.
They're
Um,
no, you're good. Their Nike selection is probably better, and Tyler's not gonna hear this because he's away grabbing a shirt. But their Nike selection is probably better than what well, now he's listening, but what you and I saw in Seattle, we were so
Yeah.
disappointed. We're like, oh, we're going to go to a Nike store and we're in the Pacific Northwest, like their headquarters. So they're going to have a shit ton of stuff and like nothing. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that one's sick.
So like this is like a Nike shirt for like Nike running, and on the back, it's
I can't feel my legs, dude. That's fucking
I
awesome.
love it because I was like, dude, I'm gonna wear this like hiking and stuff like that.
Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, like they have like these cool like
And that was from ASOS?
yeah,
Damn.
and like usually it's like not all the time. Usually there's like a discount or cheaper.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So like I just feel like there's all these cool designs, even like Adidas and Puma.
Yeah,
and
no, they've got those sort of sites. It's kind
North
of
Face.
it's kind of crazy. Yeah, no, that's super nice. That's awesome.
So yeah.
That's hilarious. Samantha talking about the Justin Bieber picture I showed. She said JB is wearing his grandpa's jacket, and that's very much what it looks like. It literally looks like a little kid who's like, "I'm wearing my grandpa's jacket because I didn't have a suit or something."
Yeah,
So that's hilarious. Okay, so my morning stand-up. So I'll start off with the tough one.
It's pretty good overall. Moving on, no, I was kidding.
Yeah, no. So there was basketball played this weekend. Now I just saw our viewer count went up. I would prefer it to be 0 right now just because this is a tough moment. Not really. I want y'all to stay, but this is just tough. But Duke lost. I was very confident going in. I had money on the line. I had emotions on the line. I had fucking Andy in the building, which made it so much worse. It was great to have him here, him and two of his friends, Ray and Jack, who you may or may not remember, but his buddies at ISU. But it was terrible. Like, it was absolutely terrible. Like, it was a good game. Like, objectively, like, it was just a good game. But it was so brutal because, like, first of all, I the entire day just assumed I was watching the game by myself, and then Andy texted me. He's like, "Hey, do you mind if like me, Ray, and Jack come over?" I was like, "Oh, for sure. Like, you definitely should. Like, that sounds great." Not thinking about oh, fuck you, Mitch. Mitch is like perfect time to tune in. This is literally the worst. This is what I didn't want. But no. So Andy texts me like super last minute, like, "Hey, do you mind if me, Jack, and Ray come?" And I was like, "Oh, for sure, that sounds great." Again, not considering the fact that I'm inviting someone who is a super big North Carolina fan, and if it doesn't go my way, this is going to be really not fun. And so, I think the worst thing is that the way Andy watches games is like he'll be like very quiet. He'll be very quiet, but then like we're all having drinks, having a good time, whatever. Dude, toward the end of the game, he's fucking, for those of you watching on the YouTube, he's fucking standing right there and like calling out everything. This man, now this is turning into a rant. This man has been locked out of his Twitter account for 2 weeks because he forgot his password and forgot the email associated with it. This man created a new Twitter account solely for the purpose to be tweeting about Duke and Coach K and all that shit. I was like, dude, what
I got the follows.
fuck,
So I was like,
dude?
nice.
It's like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. There were moments in the game where, like, obviously the basketball ebbs and flows. And there was a point in the game where I learned this from Kyle, which maybe I need to learn a little bit more because it didn't work. But Kyle does this thing where when he watches White Sox games and it's not going well, he'll chug a beer. And so I was like, okay, Duke needs to pick it the fuck up. They're down 5. I shotgunned a beer. And then all of a sudden they're doing better. I think I should have probably contributed a little bit more and done more, but it was so bad. Financially, it hurt. Emotionally, it hurt. I have fucking Andy chirping in my ear. It was just... And honestly, to make it even worse, like we posted the video of me talking about Duke the other day, and I'm the one who cut that up, so that even hurt more. I was like, well, I said it, so it'd probably make for something good to post. Which I will say, I don't know if Troy listens to our podcast, but he liked that way too damn quickly. That's Kyle's brother for context, and he goes to Texas Tech, who Duke just beat. I refrained from texting him, so I thought that was very good of me. He was very quick to like my post about me declaring that Duke was going to win, and then they did not. So That was painful. That was painful. Mauricio was in the fucking on Twitter, like, can we get a live reaction? I was like, oh my God, dude, this is brutal. And yeah, so that sucked.
Didn't want to see the cheers.
That sucked. I think Jack might have video because he was recording at certain points, just the chaos in the room of like Andy going crazy. I'm over in the corner, like, what the fuck is going on? And then I think Ray kind of just lumped in with me because he's like, fuck it, I'll throw some money on Duke. But yeah, it was a heartbreak. It's also part of my 4 p.m. meeting of the week, so I'm kind of saying it again.
Kind of shared already our 4 p.m. meetings there.
Yeah, exactly. So that was brutal. And also now my bracket's fucked. My bracket's fucked. Like, I was in a meeting this morning. I was like, oh shit, I need scratch paper. And I was like, well, my bracket's right in front of me. It's fucking shit anyway. So I just used it as scratch paper.
Right, dude. Gotta make sure you don't kill the trees.
That was a sad feeling. That was a really sad feeling. But anyways, that sucked a lot. But then it's like, also, sports don't really matter. It's not that big of a deal. The Masters is really the big focus of March and April. So like,
yeah,
why?
It's nothing that matters.
It's like, there's just a little tournament. Why should I care about a little pickup game in Louisiana, like, of some college kids playing? Come on, no reason to worry about that. What I should be focused on is the professionals.
Tiger Woods is back.
Tiger Woods is potentially going to be back, and the Masters is next weekend. That is the focus. That is the focus. Baseball season's right around the corner. What even is? It's amateurs. College basketball is a bunch of amateurs. Shouldn't even matter. It's whatever. So anyways,
that was a tournament where St. Peter's can go that far.
Yeah, it's like, is this even a real tournament?
How official is this?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Exactly. Just let anyone in. No, so that was first part of morning stand-up. Second one, I'm very pumped. So I think I said it on here before, but I am, as of this past like October, a quarter of a Cubs season ticket holder. So I just drafted for my tickets like last week. Very, very excited. So I got my like 16 games or whatever, and I'm literally going to 8 games over the span of like April and May. So I'm very, very pumped. So I'm going upcoming here on the 9th, the 10th, and then the 18th and 19th in April. And I'm very, very excited. So that'll be good. At least get to go to some Cubs games. It'll be a little cold, I'm guessing, but should be pretty fun. It's always fun to be going to baseball games in the, well, I guess right now it's not yet the summer, but close to the summer. So yeah, no, I am very much looking forward to that. I have no idea how the Cubs will be. They really spent very little money this offseason. Our fucking ownership is busy trying to fucking buy Chelsea, so it's just a fucking mess.
Soccer team in England, yeah.
Oh yeah. Should provide context. But yeah,
just Chelsea, my sister. Yeah.
Just trying to buy members of the Greenwood family. But yeah, no. So I'm excited about that. That'll be good. Something to look forward to, I guess. And then I don't know, maybe try to catch a Bulls play. I don't know. Bulls playoff games are going to probably be fucking expensive, and they're probably not going to do particularly well. But who knows? Very much. Anyways, got that to look forward to, I guess, as well. But Cubs season tickets, that'll be fun. Got a decent amount of games to look forward to. Hopefully some wins. At the very least, some beers and a good time. So
right. Can't go wrong with the ball game.
Yeah, but that's more forward looking. The weekend sucked. I felt like it sucked too because it was on Saturday. Going back to the Duke thing, I'm so sorry. On Saturday, so like I felt like the whole weekend. I remember I think we hopped online after the Duke game. Like we were playing like Rocket League or something. I was like, damn dude, it feels like a Sunday. And it wasn't. And then I had all day like the next day. And I'm like, I mean, I guess it was good to have the weekend. I was like, this fucking sucks. And then I fucking log into a call this morning. It's like the typical, hey, how was your weekend? And I'm like, it was fine. It was just chill. Nothing happened. I was like, I don't need to rehash. But yeah,
relive the feelings.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, that was my wrap up of all that Duke shit. But yeah, so we will see. Get him next year. Coach K's gone, so hopefully John Shire's got his shit together. So yeah, we'll see. But anyways, we can get into our main topic here, which for today is our monthly mailbag. So we've got a bunch of questions right now, which it looks like are pretty much all from Samantha. So thank you, Samantha, for all the questions.
She's keeping this podcast going.
Yeah, exactly. But if anyone has any other questions as we're going through these, please either throw them in the YouTube chat or DM us on Instagram, Twitter, or text us or whatever. All that stuff. What did Samantha say in the chat? She says, boring, I would rather play mini golf. Ooh, I think that was in relation to the Masters. That's a little tough. I don't know about that. I really want to go golfing. I haven't gone golfing in a while.
I know, same. It's been beautiful out here recently, and this weekend was really nice, and I was like, down.
Yeah, I need.
Should have got a tee time.
Andy, Ray, and Jack all went on Sunday because they left Saturday night after the Duke UNC game. They went and played the next day. I forgot to ask how it was, but I think it was like 40 degrees, so it's a little cold. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I guess anything to golf. I haven't. Like I said, I just haven't golfed in so long that I was like,
yeah, dude, I haven't swung a club in forever.
It'll probably be pretty ugly. Like any sort of progress.
Is it?
Yeah, exactly. No, dude, that's 100% accurate. Different from fucking game to game, day to day, all that stuff. Okay, so first question from Samantha, and she just texted me an additional question. So now we've got one more. So first question from Samantha, what are some current life or career goals and the barriers you need to overcome? That's like fucking
life
hard hitting.
Career goals.
I probably should have started with the lighter one, but we're going right for the fucking big one. What are some current life or career goals?
That is a good one. I think for me, going to grad school will probably be the next step. Barrier would be getting off my ass and working. It seems like no one wants to work. No, I'm just kidding. Would be writing the papers and actually applying for grad school to get started with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the only barrier is really myself now. Other than that, in like professional, I feel like
kind of thriving.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like things are going pretty well as of recently, and more to update that on that in the future.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, you can go ahead. And
I was gonna say some life goals, I guess, and obviously I know I've talked to some of this extensively on here. One is obviously I want to move out of the Midwest, so I've mentioned like Colorado and things like that. More updates to come on that here in a few episodes, so that'll be exciting. And then so that's one life goal. I know I also like, this is maybe like not as like super important, but like I do really want a dog, and I know that would kind of come with a move. So like kind of two birds with one stone is like if I move, like eventually be able to do that. So that would be really good. So from my perspective, that's probably like the biggest, like at least when I look at it near term, like life goals, that would be big for me. Career goals, I do think I'd still like to go to grad school. I don't know how soon, probably within maybe the next few years, but not necessarily in the immediate near future. And then I don't know, like in short term, I'm like, it'd be nice to get a promotion. Like, I don't know, like promotion, higher salary, things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd say like that's the immediate stuff. I think it's kind of been cool through the podcast to kind of at times, I know we talk about this, like reflect and see like how different it is, like the stuff we're working on since we even just started. Whether like different jobs, different roles, things like that. So that's been really cool to see. So I'm happy with where I'm at right now from a like job and role perspective, but obviously wanting to keep building on that, and promotion doesn't hurt anyone. So hopefully that comes kind of soon. That'd be nice. So that's probably like the most recent. But I feel like everyone's gonna say that, right? Like everyone's gonna want like a promotion, a raise.
Everyone wants a promotion.
Everyone wants one. So yeah, I don't know. So that was her first question. Second question. Any funny work presentation stories?
I guess I have a funny, not for me, but I have a funny, like I was on an interview for a candidate for this job that an analyst role that I'm like on a sort of team with, but not like, it's not like directly my role. And this guy was very, I don't know. I don't know if he's used to presenting or not used to presenting, or like kind of knows how that goes about. But like he he looked like put together beforehand, and he looked very young.
Mm-hmm.
Except I, had access to his resume, and he graduated college in like 2000. I forgot what I said, 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, this man's like in his 30s. This isn't a
Yeah.
boy. This is a man. Like I thought this guy was like younger than me,
Yeah.
and turns out he's in his 30s. And pretty much the presentation was just like looking at some data and then presenting about that data. Like, what do you find? What do you
Mm-hmm.
like? Answer some questions about it. And th- maybe this guy was very nervous or something like that, but he's like, "Oh, I really want to keep this like fun for you guys because you probably like have seen like 100 of these." And I was like, "This is my first one, so probably not." And obviously I didn't say that, but there was like three of us on the call that he was like presenting to, and he was very nervous. Like couldn't form a sentence, would like freeze up and stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
we were like working with him to get it out. But on his slides, he put like memes, which is like I get it because like that's funny and like
It's weird
in the
though for like
world
an
where like that
interview.
wouldn't where like people wouldn't really matter like or like feelings wouldn't really matter. Like I loved it, it was hilarious, but like they're also like kind of badly timed. Where I was like, dude, I wouldn't put that meme there. There's like a way better meme you could use. But
You're going through your mind of like at least use the right meme. Like if you're going
yeah,
to.
because he was like, oh, like this was not the result I expected, so I was surprised, and like literally put like the picture of like surprise Pikachu meme on the slide, and I was like, oh, that doesn't work.
That's
Like, and he like the way he delivered it was just so like blocky too, and I was like, oh, dude.
yeah.
And then it's
That's
like another slide was like, what's like the biggest thing for you is like, oh, making the money, and it, like had that as like the title of the slide, and then like the transition was like money falling on the slide, and I was just like,
this is
dude,
bad.
come on. It's just like you're
Oh,
supposed to be professional. And I was like, oh, dude, this is just
that's
scary.
that's like painful because it's just the worst version of like secondhand embarrassment. And like I don't know, like I guess if you have a rapport with someone to where like you can joke on that level, like sure,
Yeah, if
maybe
we
you
were
consider
already
that.
all working together and like going through
But
it,
like even then I would still like think twice about it. I'd be like, might be like I'm all for cracking jokes at work and like making people laugh, but like that's like you gotta have some really good ass delivery if you're gonna do that. But for that to be like your first impression of
on the
someone,
interview, like yeah,
and
if you're with
like
all your friends at work and you're like presenting it, that'd be
that's
hilarious. Or with like your
brutal.
team.
That is brutal. That is brutal. So that's tough. Mine is I wasn't presenting, and the person I was messaging wasn't presenting either. But the first one that came to my mind when I just thought of this question is, so I'm in a meeting and someone's sharing their screen. So sometimes when you share your screen, like you don't realize who's in the meeting. And so I'm in a meeting with I don't know like 10 some odd people, and I'm like, oh shit, this meeting's running over. I'm about to have a one-on-one with my manager at the time. And so I ping my manager and I'm like, hey, so sorry, like just let you know, like I'll be running a little bit late. I'm in a meeting that's running over. I felt like such a fucking idiot because she's like, hey, Jason, I'm in the meeting too. And I'm like, fuck. So it's not necessarily the presentation. A presentation was occurring, but like when you asked for like a funny story or like an embarrassing story, like that was like the immediate, like I was immediately like, my bad.
Nice.
See you when this wraps up. Oh god, it
Yeah,
was brutal. It was so brutal.
that
Oh
is pretty
man.
funny.
This next question, Samantha might be throwing herself under the bus here for not being with last week's episode. So this is hilarious. I will say though, apologies for any audio issues last week. Hopefully it's better. I think it's better this week. So I don't know what was going on. So maybe this is why she just didn't hear us talking the whole episode. Her question is, have you ever experienced imposter syndrome with work? For reference, Samantha, episode 61 was literally called imposter syndrome. But that's okay.
Yes, I feel like for me, I feel that pretty much every day. I feel like I'm gonna get fired or something like that
Oh,
for
100%. 100%. Yeah, without, like, I guess rehashing everything we talked about, but it's like, it's one of those things where even if you have, like, confidence in what you're doing, and even if you're like, oh, yeah, I've got this under control, or, like, whatever, even if you get, like, the best, like feedback, compliments, things like that from your team or your manager or whoever, it's still so easy to get into that sense of like self-doubt, and you're like, fuck, I don't like dang, haven't heard any feedback in a while, probably means they're like thinking about all the things I could be improving on, or like things that I should be doing better or whatever. And then all of a sudden they'll tell you later and it's like, yeah, you're doing fine. Like, I don't know what you're freaking out about. And it's usually all in your head, like 100% head. Oh yeah, she said I had to leave to work out SMH. I'm sorry. No, I'm totally joking. That was a good question though. That was a really good question. Out of the two of us, wait, that's hilarious. Because I'm the biggest supporter otherwise. Subscribed 3 times. So apparently that's impressive. So she subscribed on 3 different platforms. This next question, out of the two of us, who could pull off brown hair better?
Don't I?
I feel like Tyler's hair.
I kind of already had it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Tyler has like brown hair. So apparently she's like, I feel like I would be Tyler because his hair is dark. Like your hair's already dark.
I don't. Yeah, my hair like used to be blonde like back in like the day.
My hair's a lot.
It slowly transitioned from like blonde, dirty blonde, and I believe it's brown now.
But it's probably like, probably. I don't know. It's funny because I'm thinking now of when you did the for Halloween senior year when you did when I was Dwight because that's an easy fucking costume, but you were Archie from
Riverdale.
What's that show called? Yeah, you did the fucking.
I tried doing orange and it was like blonde.
Yeah, it was like bright as fuck. I was like, damn, dude, your hair's brighter than mine. My hair used to be a lot lighter when I was a kid, but I think it's still considered blonde. Samantha's saying no, it's not. So apparently, are you saying it's like a dirty blonde?
Damn. Maybe I'm blind.
Tyler Def could do red hair.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could. Not at all. Maybe I could because
she's like my eyebrows are so
Tyler, faint.
She's like, Tyler, you clearly do not have a soul.
You could be the redheaded stepchild. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, I would say Tyler though, probably. She's like, not gonna lie, I had to stalk Tyler's Insta to double check his hair color
and
before the question. It looks blonde.
Okay, well,
maybe.
Nice to know that I'm still blonde. Yeah. Blonde hair, blue eye. But I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
Who would look better then?
I feel like your hair is darker than mine, so I feel like I would say you.
Yeah, more used to it. Not much shock factor.
Yeah. Next question. Rank the popular Girl Scout cookies. I don't know if I could. It'd be hard. Oh, that would be a good 5v5. Are there enough?
I think there's like 7 or 8.
Okay, then it wouldn't be.
Or I don't even know. I think I know like 5.
I know. I was gonna say I'd have to like
that I care about. Well, she says popular ones. Yeah. So
I feel like the one I could say off the bat that I'm not a fan of. Well, it's actually fun. No. I think you thought I knew what I was gonna say, but I'm not gonna say that. The one I don't like. The one I don't like is the coconut one. Like I'm not a fan of the coconut one.
I love that one too.
But it's funny. So I don't like mint in a lot of things, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say.
But I actually don't mind Thin Mints. Like it's not like I'm gonna go out of my way to be like, oh fuck yeah, I got some Thin Mints.
Oh dude.
But I also like. I don't know. They're not bad. I think it's like a nice.
They're also really good dipped in coffee as well.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. You were telling me that Oreo Thins might be the move over Oreos.
Yeah.
So now I got to retry.
Better consistency, I would say, with like a less time you have to like dip it.
Yeah. Fuck. I gotta.
Getting scientific.
Yeah. I know. Gotta try that one out. Samantha said there's a decent amount. Oh yeah. I forgot. Samantha used to do. Wait, did you? I don't know if she did Girl Scout. She did when you were brownies. I remember that when you're like the brownie scout or whatever. I don't know if I don't know. She'll have to say if she did Girl Scouts or not. But the ones off the top of my head, that is probably like 2 of my favorites. Is I really like the shortbread ones. Those are really, really good.
Yeah, trefoils.
And then, so those were phenomenal. And then the other ones that are off the top of my head that I really liked were the ones that, I don't know if they're called tag-alongs, but it's where it has like the
peanut
different.
Butter.
It says like, oh no, it's not that one then. Sorry.
Oh shit.
It's whatever one says like the different. It says like hello or something in like different languages on the top, and the bottom is chocolate.
Oh.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google this.
Those are pretty good too. I don't know the name. No. I'd say for me, number one is tagalongs with the peanut butter. Number two is Thin Mints.
Oh,
Number three,
there's a fucking chart.
number three would be Samoas, then trefoils.
Dude, the tagalongs look fucking good.
Yeah, peanut butter ones. Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Dude, do they get
number
rid
one.
of they get rid of my favorite one? I see they got 9 here, and none of them are the one I was looking at. They've got the
Jason's
lemon
favorite.
ups.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
They've got the Dosey Does, which is a crunchy oatmeal sandwich cookie with creamy peanut butter filling. That actually sounds really good.
Whoa, I don't even know if I
Yeah, that must be a new one.
had that one.
2022 flyer. So this is the latest and greatest.
That's right.
So tagalongs is still there. Samoas are still there. Thin mints are still there. They've now got a Girl Scout s'mores, which is like a graham cracker or
Yeah,
graham
but
cookie, whatever sandwich with chocolate and marshmallow filling, which actually sounds really good. They've got, oh, dude, this sounds fucking good. An Adventurefuls. It's an
I
indulgent
saw
brownie.
that.
It's a brownie inspired cookie with caramel filling or caramel flavored cream and a hint of sea salt. Fuck. I really want cookies right now. I only have Oreos. Oreos are good, but
Only with
do you think
coffee.
Walgreens would have? I shouldn't go. I was like, do you think Walgreens would have?
There's like
Girl Scout
I think
cookies?
there's like a Girl Scout thing you can like find near you,
Oh.
so you can like buy Girl Scout
In
cookies.
classic 2022, Samantha's gonna appreciate this fucking gluten-free cookie. Garbage. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, damn, dude.
No, yeah,
Some of those
I-
new ones sound really good.
Yeah, but I think tag along is probably my all time.
Tag along, dude. That I don't. Why did I not remember? I feel like we had to have gotten tag alongs. That was a good question. I haven't thought about Girl Scout cookies in a while.
Yeah,
Oh, Samantha says I wasn't Girl Scouts. Yes, it's just brownies is just a level. I don't know how that works. Ooh, great question for the next one. Samantha's question is mountains or ocean.
oh man,
That's tough. I think I would between the two. I would choose ocean. If I only had like one, I would choose ocean. But it just sucks because oftentimes, like from a living perspective, ocean means it's a lot more expensive. But
Yeah.
I would say, like, all else being equal, if you could tell me that I have mountains next to me, which it's so hard. In some cases, you can get both if you're on like the West Coast. But I feel like I think ocean. I think.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's hard because I feel like we're like looking out the like window. What would I like expect
Yeah.
most or like want most? And it's like obviously if I could live on the coast, that'd be
Be
lit.
sick,
Like
yeah.
that'd be crazy. But if we're saying like, what if you have an apartment like 30 minutes away from like the mountains or the
Then it's
coast?
yeah. You'd probably rather
Then it's like I'd probably rather the mountains just because like you can go
Yeah.
like there's more places to go, things to see. I mean like the beach you
Plus-
can see
Do you think you'd get like
probably more
because I
clean,
I
too.
think of when I was in obviously in California for like 6 months. Well, granted, part of it got fucked by COVID, but I was like a 30 to 45 minute drive from the ocean. At a certain point, like it's not like I was there every day. Like I wonder if like you lived in like there for like long enough, if you would just take it for granted. Like you would just be like, yeah, there's the ocean.
well yeah
and I
I'm
would
sure.
like I almost wonder if like I'm like, oh my god, the ocean's amazing, because like when I think of the ocean, I'm usually like connotating that with being on vacation. Like when I was in Miami or like when we've gone to like LA or like things like that.
Yeah,
I
I mean
don't know.
coming from the Midwest, like anytime
Anytime there's
like,
anything
Nancy and I
besides
see the
fucking
mountains.
the Great Plains, dude.
Yeah, anytime
Bare
like we get
minimum.
like a peak of the mountains behind all the trees, or like it's wintertime, so there's no leaves anywhere, and you can see the snow-capped mountains from like Target. It's like,
Oh yeah.
oh damn, dude, like that's pretty
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Because
No,
like I feel like I do like a beach. I do like the activities more on the beach and stuff like that. But like
mountains are so scenic though. Like
I
and
know.
like you almost get to appreciate them more because like you could be just drive like that's something else when I was in California that I remember is like I would just be driving to get groceries and you just had this fucking insane mountain. I'm like, damn, dude, don't
Yeah.
get us in fucking Illinois. Like that.
That's a tough one though.
But
I feel
to
like if I
Samantha's
had a choice to
point,
like live on the beach or live in the mountains, I'd probably say live on the beach.
yeah. Samantha did say though, Cali has the best of both, which is very, very true. Cali
Yeah.
also is very fucking expensive. But yeah, that's a good
Oh
point.
yeah.
Next question. Another one from our guest of the day, Samantha. If you became famous, what do you think it'd be for?
Oh man. My derriere. No, I was kidding. um, I honestly don't know. Probably doing something dumb on TikTok or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, actually, well, I don't know. One of the things that I know we've both talked about, like from a career goal perspective, going back to that first question, is it would be really cool to start your own business, like to be able to do that and like think of an idea. And actually, going back to that first question, barriers, come up with a good enough idea that would be able to do that.
Yeah.
But like, I guess maybe that. But again, like, there's so much to get between there. And again, it's like also like I don't. It's varying levels of fame because it's like how like you don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably my best answer. Is like maybe I came up with a cool like idea of something. That's hilarious. Samantha says Kim K booty and Kim K mentality. That's hilarious.
That's right, dude. I just got to get my ass up and work, and then I'll be famous. But
That's funny.
yeah, I mean, I could definitely see being famous. Like, if we're like being for real, probably like down the road, that'd probably be like the most likely thing. Like, oh, podcast or oh, like
Oh, yeah.
business. But in the next year or so, probably TikTok. I'm just kidding.
We'll have some good content coming out on the YouTube soon. So this is Samantha's next one. It says, not a question, but a comment. Senioritis is real. Very, very true statement. Let's see. She's graduating in about a month. So she'll be done with college, which is wild. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like any advice. My biggest piece of advice would be
Enjoy it while you can.
enjoy the next month. Like hopefully
Hopefully, you don't have much going on with your studies that you can like.
that you can just go out like almost every day. Is that aggressive?
Yeah, or like yeah, like go out or even like
Go
I don't
out.
know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do like fun like random nights with friends.
Yeah,
and,
like, do-
game nights.
Yeah, do stuff that you wouldn't be able to do like when you're I mean, especially when you're with going into nursing, it's like your like hours are fucked.
Just go out
like,
to
it's
eat
crazy.
with friends.
Yeah, like make the most out of like the free time you have. Take advantage of the fact that you're living in a house with like some of your best friends. Like that's huge. Like being able to be in that proximity. Like literally like Tyler and I are a great example where literally right after graduation he moved to St. Louis for a job. Now he's in Denver, and it's like this entire time I've been in everywhere, but I've been Illinois, California, Texas. Like it's you obviously can stay in touch, but it's different than when you get to be in person. So like that's where definitely take advantage of that. But yeah, senioritis is very real. So I'm sure you're feeling that. Not feasible with track and nursing, but I'll try. Got to squeeze it in there. Maybe do a
maybe just, like,
pre-race
movie nights.
shotgun or something. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, movie nights, grabbing some food. I don't know. Just like just try to make the most out of your free time. Like if you're like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say don't study because you should study, but like if you get the gist
Or
of the
even then,
exam.
just like goof around when you're studying.
Yeah.
Like what we did at like late nights at Barcema Hall or something
Yeah,
like that.
that was fucking hilarious. Next question. Do you have a system for staying on top of paying for bills, making appointments, etc.?
If there's an automatic pay, always do it.
Yes, agreed. Because then
Always
you don't forget.
do it.
Then you don't forget. And I feel like most
And,
of the
like-
things now will have like automatic pay. Like I do that with my rent. I assume you're able to do that with your rent, probably.
Oh, I don't know. If
maybe
you're
not.
able to do it with the rent, but
mean,
you can definitely do it with like electricity, Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
stuff like that. So
all
like,
my stuff's automatic.
when I first graduated and like was in St. Louis and stuff like that, I never did automatic pay. And not that I was ever late, but I was always like, oh shit, and like
You'd like remember last minute.
yeah, because I'd be like, why is this day something important or something like that, and then like you'd remember it.
You'd be like,
And
I feel like today was supposed to be something.
Yeah. And then that's like power shuts off.
Like that's what it was.
Yeah. But no, I just recommend like that's probably the biggest thing for like staying on top of things like that is just
Yeah,
that and then no lie. I never had this, but Nancy introduced like a written calendar, like an actual calendar that you hang up and write stuff on.
that's smart.
Because like I say I do stuff in my phone and like put it down, but like I rarely check the calendar app unless I'm looking like
Yeah,
what day things are.
yeah,
And then, but when I have like an actual calendar, it's like, oh, no, I have something to go look at.
yeah. No, that's honestly like
You can use your calendar app too.
I use my work phone for that. If I use my personal one, I would not look at it. But like my work calendar, because like
That is
obviously
true.
I literally do that where like I will pull up my work Outlook because I by nature and being in corporate like you're looking at your work calendar all the time every day because of meetings. So like if I have like drinks with friends after work, like I'll throw that on my calendar so I like don't forget and I have it like, oh, today after work I got to do this. So like I like it's funny because I've like gotten to a point where I've just gotten so accustomed to it that I don't like the calendar I use is my work calendar. Like I will literally go to my work calendar and add
yeah.
like
I started doing
yeah.
this now actually because I agree with you. It's like, plus it's nice too because I get like alerts,
Yeah, and it's just
the
and it's
events.
in one
So then like,
place.
boom, now you got an alert. And
It's
now
in
you got like your work and
yeah.
your
Well, and it's exactly it's like
personal
it's in
life.
one place because like the biggest thing that would be such a pain is like if I'm trying to like schedule something for work and then I have on my phone that oh I've got a haircut at a certain point. It's like well, like if I would have just had it on the same calendar, it would have been nice to know or like things like that. So no, that's like honestly like I'd say my biggest thing is like calendar. Although I will say with like appointments, I gotta be better with like scheduling like doctor, dentist, all that stuff. Like I'm always like, unless something's hurting, I'm fine. Which is not really, which is really bad. Like really, really bad.
Nancy's probably laughing at me right now because I need to go to the doctor and I haven't gone.
Yeah,
I
it's.
really need to
I
get
just keep
it
putting.
like going.
Yeah, no, it's like once you do it, it's just I always put it off. I like it was funny because like right before I moved to my apartment, which is now over a year ago, so I'm definitely due for this. But I took care of like dentist, eye doctor, all that stuff, and then now it's like haven't done it for a while, and I'm like shit. Like I think I was supposed to go to the dentist in like November or December, and then I was like, oh, I moved to Chicago, so like I'm not in like the suburbs anymore. And then I was like, oh, I should probably schedule something in like the Chicago dentist area, and it's April, so.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Nancy's laughing at me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think that's a guy thing. Like honestly, I feel like guys are just like,
That's what Nancy
listen,
said.
if
Like
it
you're
ain't
such a
broke,
guy.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, so that's our system. Next one, she said, all right, I don't know. Maybe we sort of already addressed this, but I don't know if there's any other piece of advice we have. But she says, Adulting 101, give me the crash course.
I would just say like, early on adulting, like, don't be worried about figuring it all out now, and that's what everyone says, you know. But like, I feel like I was so focused senior year of college to find a job and like start my career that like I hated that first job. I liked the people, but like I hated what I did, and then like I moved into something I liked even more for like a pay cut and everything, and like it worked out a lot better for like mentally and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, even now like things are still changing in my career to where like maybe I don't even belong in this field and stuff like that. And I know like people always talk about like you probably don't get the job in your degree or you probably won't end up working in the field you get your degree in. And like
Yeah.
yeah, that may be true, but like I guess
It's
those
hard to
like try not
envision.
put as much as focus on it because like things will like work your way if you put effort into like what you do. You can't just expect things to fall in your lap, but you just have to like work hard at like whatever you're doing and then like things will come your way.
Yeah.
So
No, that's a good
but
one.
101 adulting 101 I think just be like go out and like try new things and like make like do an effort to like work and like friends and
Yeah.
traveling and like like put an effort. You don't have to do like you don't have to go out every weekend or you don't have to
Yeah.
like travel every year, but like make a trip that you're excited for, like
Yeah.
go hang out with friends you like are excited to see and like work hard to like
Yeah.
get the money to do that.
It's funny because I think my adulting, like, first thing that came to mind is very similar to the advice, like, I would have given someone when they're in college, which is like, whether you're doing school or work, whatever, like, is predominantly your time, like make sure you have a balance. Like it's hard or it's easy when you're early in career to be like, oh, work, like all that stuff. But remember that when you're signing that contract to work at your job, like, or not contract, whatever the fuck it's called, you're signing your
Offer.
or whatever you want to call it. I'm acting like you're getting signed by a pro sports team. When you're signing that offer letter and all that stuff, like all the benefits that come with your job are included. So like you're expected as part of your job to take whatever, like 10 days, 15 days of PTO, whatever you've got. Like you're expected to do all those things, and it's good for you, like good for you, your mental health, physical health, emotional, like all that stuff to like get out and like to Tyler's point, like do things. And also just like to, it's hard when you're in the, I guess depending on the field, but as much as you can, like to log off at like 5, or I guess obviously it depends on your type of job. Maybe that's not the type of job you have, but like when you have those breaks, like don't overwork yourself, because you're, especially I guess if this adulting 101 advice is focused on the younger adults, it's like don't overwork yourself because you're just early in your career, that you still got so much ahead of yourself, to where if you like get burnt out now, like it'll just be continue to be miserable going forward. So
Yeah.
you can work hard, but you got to play hard too. And so like make sure you have that balance.
Yeah.
She's got 2 more questions. Advice for making friends outside of college. That's a tough one. Yeah, it's
I haven't done it.
Yeah.
I would say work is probably a big thing. If you can find people that you work with,
Yeah.
and like they don't have to be like friends to like come over with you, like.
But it's like to grab
movies,
drinks
but it's
with,
like,
or
yeah, like hey, you're gonna like go to this or like go to the game with or whatever.
yeah.
Those are always good, but
It is,
I guess advice, you really have to like go out and like
yeah,
you have to be in the mix of people, and like yeah, maybe lonely at times, but like
yeah.
eventually you'll run into someone.
Yeah, it is interesting because, like, I know we've talked about it before, but it is something where it's so much harder, like the making friends piece, or like even the social life piece. It's so much harder after you graduate because, like we said, everyone spreads out. So, like, all of a sudden, you have all of your friends in different cities. So then, to Tyler's point, it's like it really does rely, I would say, like a lot on work friends. Like, I would say a lot of the people who I've like become friends with at this point, who aren't like people who I already knew coming out of college and stuff, is primarily, I would say, like work friends. It'd be people who are like similar to me in age and stuff, who maybe were either in the program I was in or were on a team I was on, and like, oh, you happen to be located out in Chicago as well, like let's go grab drinks, let's do whatever, like go to a Cubs game, things like that, where like I think that just lends itself, because the person, like in a work environment, especially when like there's other people who are early in their career, they're going to be in the same boat as you. Like it's very common to just be like kind of in your own, potentially in your own city, don't know maybe as many people immediately in the area, things like that.
Plus, I think joining things is always like a really good thing to do, like intramural leagues. Like I know I've talked about.
I really
want to. There's like there's like volleyball, there's basketball, stuff like that I'd really be enjoyed with. There's hiking clubs that you can go with people, skiing clubs.
I think that's a huge one, and I really want to do that. I want to do volleyball for sure. Dude.
And one thing else too, that's probably the easiest way that I could see doing it, is I have the very fortunate thing of living next to like a tap house or tap room for like a lot of beers and stuff like that. Just going there multiple times a week, and maybe during the busy time, maybe not during the busy times, but just like getting to know or the bartenders, and like they introduce you to other people, or like getting to know just like people that regularly come in or like don't regularly come in, and they ask you like, oh, what's a good beer? Because like craft beer is such like a thing to talk about when you're in a tap room. So it's like I feel like it leads to like meeting new people.
Well, it's funny because speaking of the tap room, like that was something we're literally.
It doesn't have to be beer. Sorry, you can,
no,
like,
it doesn't.
Like
it doesn't have to be beer, but
that
it's any example. But it's so funny you mentioned that, because like I literally remember when we like helped you move in and stuff. When I was out there, that was something that like stood out to me. Is like, so I was working from your place for like the week, and I was like, dude, it's crazy how like nice, and like not to suggest that people in other areas aren't nice, but it was crazy how like outgoing, and like the like I get we went there like maybe like 3 out of the 4 days or 4 out of the 5 days, but the bartender's like, oh hey guys, what's up? And it's like we literally just moved Tyler in. Like we literally just moved. He's like, oh hey guys, how's it going? And things like that. And it was really cool to see that. And I think to your point, it's like if you are always doing something like that, you get to know people from that naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and also it's really weird because I think now both times I've gone out to visit you, I think now, yeah, it's been 2 times. Each time that we've been there at the tap room, I think one time each week we ran in and just happened to meet someone who happened to be from like my hometown. I was like, what the fuck? This is weird.
Yeah.
Small world. But yeah, so that.
You're always representing too, so.
Exactly. Okay, so her last question, and if Mitch is still on, I think this is targeted toward you. Let me find it. Her additional question, why is Colorado better than Wisconsin? So I think what she's trying to hint at is she would like to move to Colorado and not Wisconsin.
Well, Denver and Milwaukee, are cities, but one is a bigger city with like mountains next to it, and the other one has a nice river, right? Or lake?
I think they have a river. It's funny because I thought you were about to be like, they're both cities, and that's where the comparison ends. No,
yeah. Okay. Well,
no, I'm joking.
No. I really enjoy like Wisconsin, like wilderness and stuff like that. And, like, the thing is like I feel like they have really good forests and beautiful forests, and like if you think that's something cool, then like obviously Denver is not anywhere near a forest and wants to go into the mountains, but like
then you're gonna run into
not a lot of trees out here. Not a lot of like. Denver or Colorado is basically a mix of like Arizona and like Idaho or Washington, because you do have like those pine woods, and then you also have like Red Rocks where there's no trees and it's all like rocky.
I think
so. It's like there's just a lot more to offer naturally.
Yeah,
there's like really cool like forests, but like there's mountains, waterfalls, rivers, gorges.
Yeah. It's also, I think, a bigger downtown area too. It's like obviously you've got all of this.
Yeah,
like you've got all this
city,
like from
I think Milwaukee.
Oh, that's hilarious. Mitch is like it's on Lake Michigan. That's right. I knew there was a body of water.
Same.
Yeah, no, it's that. I mean, it's one of those things, but like this isn't even specific to Wisconsin, but like specific to the Midwest. Is it's so flat and there's like not a ton to do. Like from a hiking perspective, like there are things you can find for sure. And I guess if you like move more northern in Wisconsin or like in parts of Minnesota, like you definitely can find it. But like that's something where with Colorado, it's just like ingrained in like I feel like just what you can do out there. There's so many different things because I feel like you'd always be sending like different places you're going hiking, which is awesome. And then by the way, here's one of the bigger cities in the U.S. where you've got all the sports, you've got all sorts of entertainment, you've got people coming in doing shows, all that stuff. Like you've got every piece of it, and it just I don't know.
One thing I will say though is the housing market is expensive as fuck in Colorado.
Yeah,
it's really hard to get like an apartment. It's really hard to like rent. It's expensive. The other thing is traffic fucking blows in Denver.
Yeah.
So maybe if you live somewhere outside. And well, even in Colorado, on I-70 going through the mountains, it's like terrible.
Yeah.
When you want to go skiing or whatever, like ski traffic can be like absolutely shitty. So it's like those you don't have to deal with in Wisconsin.
Yeah, true. Oh no, Samantha, was that enough of an argument for us, or do you need to keep going? But no, it's I don't know. It's
you can bet in Colorado. Yeah,
you can. Oh, that's actually that is hilarious. Samantha knows her target audience. You cannot. That actually. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like we should have known our target audience. Like we just say that and be like, hey Mitch, you want to stop using Bovada and use like an actual app? Come to Colorado. There's also no limitations in Colorado in terms of like the colleges you can bet on. So like
that's right.
You can bet on Colorado State, Colorado, all that stuff. So all that stuff. Wait, I'm very confused. Samantha said there's no cons, and then Nancy said Tyler. Oh, that's hilarious. I thought she was saying
she said no, be quiet, Tyler.
You're supposed to be saying good things.
No, I would say honestly, this
We were
has been
trying to
like
be fair to
the best.
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I guess you got
just
some.
trying to
Make
give
it
both sides of the
yeah, because
story.
if we come into this too one sided, then it's very clear. So if we be like, you know what, you you
The one
wouldn't
thing that
have
is
Summerfest, but now you've got Red Rocks. Like you could go see shows
the
at
one
Red
thing that's really
Rocks.
cool is also like a really young city, and like everyone's
Yeah,
very motivated here. Well, okay, Denver is a very young city, and everyone's very motivated here in Colorado to do like outdoorsy things, sport things.
yeah,
They're very motivated to like go out and like meet people and stuff like that. Like
yeah,
that is a huge thing here with like intramurals, like I was mentioning, and like the ski clubs, high clubs. Like you don't really need to know anyone. You can honestly
yeah.
join these things and go do it. And like also
If you like
over
skiing,
300 sunny days a year. So
which is fucking sick.
it's crazy. Like you don't realize. I never really like realized how much of like, oh, I don't give a shit. Like clouds is all right with me too. But then you look out and it's always sunny every day or almost every day, and you're
Always
like,
Sunny. That's a good show.
damn, yeah.
Sorry.
Like damn, dude, I need to get out there.
Yeah,
Like it's very, very much an impact.
yeah. No, it's yeah, something to consider. But yeah, no, it's a cool area to be, and like I think that's one thing for sure is like the demographic is the younger piece, which is super nice. And I realized the same thing when I was out in Austin, and like we went out in Austin. Is it's like really nice when you kind of have like that younger demographic because it's a lot easier to find like one meet people to Samantha's earlier question, but it's also nice in terms of like finding fun things to do because a lot of people are going out doing things like all that stuff versus everyone's got their white picket fence and just at home with their kids or something. So
Very true.
that part is really nice. So yeah, that was our last question. I believe all of those were courtesy of Samantha. But if anyone else has any questions or anything, feel free to throw it in the chat or DM either of our accounts or just message Tyler or I. So with that, we can move into the second half of our segments. Did you want to get into your? Oh, sorry. Were you taking care of Enzo? You can do that.
No,
You can
we're
do
fine.
that.
I'm good. I'll go fast.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, you just hear him heavy breathing around the podcast, but he's excited to be alive. So Nancy showed me this one again. It's pretty funny because I have a bad habit of not remembering things I want to say for my deep dive. But she showed me this thing about KFC's Twitter account.
Like
So KFC,
the food
Kentucky
chain.
Fried Chicken. Yeah. So they're following only 11 people. And of those 11,
On Twitter?
yeah, of those 11, like 5 guys or 6 guys are named Herb. And the rest are women that consist of the Spice Girls. Only seeing that KFC only follows the 11 herbs and spices.
That is funny as fuck. I'm looking at it right now for those of you on the YouTube. Is this clear to see? You see
Yeah,
a bunch,
I don't know the exact number. There's like a
you
bunch
see a
of
bunch
there's,
of
like, some
herbs. I think it's 7 herbs.
and then like 4
And then
Spice
you got
Girls.
you got or no 5. It's so it'd be 6 and 5. Then you got like Victoria
Yeah.
Beckham, Mel C, like all of that at the top. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah. So
Wow.
KFC only follows the only it was only on Twitter for the 11 herbs and spices.
That's just awesome. That is awesome. Oh, Mitch just asked in the chat, Kansas or UNC tonight?
Oh, Jason, what are you going for? UNC?
I don't want them to win. Can't. No, I think UNC will win. I hate to say that.
Whoa.
But maybe I also might be just saying, yeah, UNC's going to kill them and then fucking jinx it because I also thought Duke was going to win. So UNC in a blowout. I do like UNC +4 though. So if you're worried about the spread, I would go UNC +4. I think I don't know what time the game starts.
Well, here it's like 7.
7.
Something.
Oh, so it's in. Oh yeah, it's like. Oh my god, that's so late, dude. The game's not for
I
another
know.
hour.
I know. It's 7:30 for us, right?
Dude, that
So
means imagine being on
8:30
the
for
East
you.
Coast. It's like, oh, the championship
9:30.
game starts at 9:30.
That's fucking crazy.
The
And it's
fuck?
in New Orleans. It's not like in like Las Vegas or
True, and I
San Fran or
think
anything.
New Orleans might be East.
It's Central.
Central time zone. Yeah, I
Right?
don't know. I like UNC in the points. if I had to
I
make a
think
decision.
nuance is essential.
I also might be a little biased because if I were to like place money on UNC +4 and it lost, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like emotionally hedged. UNC lost. Fuck you. So that's interesting with KFC though. That's honestly funny as fuck. Some people are so damn creative. Like it just blows my mind. Like anytime I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm kind of creative. Then something like this you hear about, and I'm like, I'm not even close. I would never.
Yeah,
have
I
thought
know.
to do
That's
that.
hilarious.
Never have thought
Yeah,
to
that
do that.
cracked me up.
So my 4 p.m. meeting of the week. First one, obviously, Duke. Over and done with. We talked about that earlier.
Oh, do you want to go over your deep dive?
Don't need to. Oh shit, I skipped it, dude. I'm already all over the place. It's just on the fucking mind because we're talking about college basketball. That's fucking hilarious.
You just want to keep talking about the Duke loss. Huh?
I really don't. I really don't. I was ready to be like, okay, we talked about it. It's been established. Moving on. Now I won't even reference it when I get to 4 p.m. in the week. So, anyways, my deep dive is on the Masters. So I've got a few fun facts about the Masters. These are all the first page I found was a bunch of boring facts. So I'm not gonna focus on those, but what I will focus on, let me find it. So if you want to play at Augusta, so for reference, like I think we were trying to go golfing at some random ass beach or some random ass course in like Miami Beach, and I was like, oh, how much is it? It was like $235 a person. I was like, dude, that's fucking nuts. Dude, there's the Augusta, to play at Augusta National, which is where the Masters tournament is held. There's an initiation fee. Guess what the initiation fee is?
10,000.
How much you say?
10,000.
$40,000
Oh my god.
to just be initiated, and then the yearly dues are estimated at a few $1,000s per year. And there's other costs involved, whether for like guest fees or on-site lodging, but those are relatively.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
That sounds burp.
That's fucking hilarious. He's like 40,000, no big deal.
How you dead for breakfast?
Yeah, and then I was curious like how much the Masters like pay out, and I was kind of surprised because it seems a lot lower. So the whole purse is 11.5 million. Oh damn, you can't see him because of where the square cuts out. Oh, there you go, there you go. Oh, dude, that's perfect. That's perfect. Well, for those of YouTube, you're not even listening to what I'm saying, but you got 11.5 million for the total purse, and the winner only takes home like a little over 2 million, which seems kind of low to be winning the Masters. But oh my god, dude.
It does seem kind of low for the Masters, but I think it's more about like prestige.
Yeah, no, it's all about the green jacket. It's all about the green jacket. For those of you on the YouTube though, you just saw Enzo. And I don't know the last time we would have shown Enzo or been able to show Enzo on a YouTube live. But it's crazy how much bigger he is. Like, I feel like every time I see him, he's just so much bigger than the last time I saw him. And I feel like I'm probably more fortunate than most where I get to see at least Snapchats and stuff of him pretty often. So I'm curious, those of you who've seen Enzo or remember seeing little puppy Enzo, and now you see this big-ass man in the screen.
It's an annoying ass guy.
But, oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. So yeah, that's my deep dive. There were other Masters facts, but they were kind of boring, so we'll just skip over those. We'll get into our 4 p.m. meeting of the week. So I referenced part of one earlier. Won't get into that again or rehash. My second one is around fantasy baseball. So there's obviously fantasy football, which is very like popular, and I'm all about. There's also fantasy baseball. The issue with fantasy baseball is baseball season's 162 games a year, and I feel like it's so hard to follow. Like anytime I've tried to do a fantasy baseball league, I like give up like a couple weeks in. So I got a text from Andy today that apparently his buddies were looking for another person, and he's like, "Hey, would you want to be in it?" And I said, "Sure." So now I have a fantasy baseball draft in an hour and a half. And I have not prepped, so my team will probably be shit, which is fine. Like, I don't expect them to be great. But now I'm, like, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I feel like by, like, 2 episodes from now, I'm going to, like, basically forget I even have a fantasy baseball team. But I have one. We'll see how it goes.
How'd your fantasy soccer team do? Or is doing? Premier League still going on, so.
Dude, I gave up. Like, I was so pissed. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast. So my fucking fantasy Premier League team was in first. Like I was in first place for like the first few weeks. Like for the first like maybe like by like I think like maybe a month in, my team was in first. I was like, oh, this is great. I was told by Gavin that the wild card. I was like, okay, how do you do the wild card where you swap all your players out for 1 week and then it reverts back? And he told me, and I played it, and he told me the wrong one. And then my entire team was what I had switched it to, thinking I'd only be switching to it for 1 week. So as a joke for my one-off week that I was gonna have random players, I was like, oh, give me like Ronaldo and a bunch of random ass shit. And then all of a sudden my team stayed the same way. And so since then I've like boycotted my team and haven't even checked. And that was in.
At least you had Ronaldo.
Yeah, I haven't checked my team since then, and I literally remember where I was when I found out because Kyle and I went to the NIU alumni like Sox game, and we were literally on our way back, and I'm in the L state. We're sitting in the L station waiting for our train, and I'm like, dude, my team is still the same. What the fuck? And I literally at that moment was like, fuck this, I'm done. I was so pissed. Oh, Kyle, he said, I just made it to 7th place in the league. Watch out, Mitch. That's hilarious. Yeah, I have no idea what place I'm at. But, oh, yeah, Samantha's in the league too, which I will say with a caveat, though, I'm not convinced she's picking her players. So just want to throw that out there. I don't think she's picking her players. But,
Calling it now.
Yeah. Yeah, so my fantasy Premier League team, I have no idea how it's doing. But it's in boycott mode, so we'll see. I was so pissed. I was like asking fucking fantasy Premier League like helpline, like how the hell do I fix this? But no response. So yeah, we'll see how fantasy baseball goes. How about you? What's your 4 p.m. meeting of the week?
Yeah, mine just ends up being sick that entire time and taking with that and being worried about him.
At least he's on the mend. And looks like
at least he has medication and is doing better now. So you saw him. He is looking pretty happy.
Yeah. Oh, Samantha does not like the accusations. Getting what in all caps. Okay, so that was our 4 p.m. meeting of the week. So I don't know if you want to get started with your comedic reports.
Yeah, sure. Both of mine here are TikToks. I thought one of these was pretty funny just because I am a twin. And if I was a dad with twins, this would probably be me all the time. Let me work on trying to find it. Sorry, I should have it pulled up.
Oh no, you're good, dude.
Sometimes, oh, there we go. Sorry. So he's like gonna yell at one of them, or not yell, but like talk to one of them, like what's going on. And the other one's like, "No, I'm Harper." Like keeps trying to tell the dad. I'm like, "That's hilarious."
That's funny. That is funny.
He's like, "Oh wait, who's Harper?" Harper. Oh, that's Charlie. All right, cool.
That's hilarious.
That cracked me up. And then this other one was the one I sent to you, I think. I think I did, or maybe I didn't. There's a How I Met Your Mother. So it's two guys. They're like always like playing games or doing something, and they like mention like a TV show. And he's like, "Oh, you mean this TV show?" And then they like go off quoting that show or movie for a while. And I just love this sequence because it's like Barney when he's under the truth serum.
Yeah.
And dude, that like lecture like cracks me up, but it also like to do this like the way they do is pretty funny.
Have y'all seen How I Met Your Mother? Dude, I think about my reason mother in that. 7 years ago, when Marshall and Lily got engaged, Ted saw Robin across her car room, and I said, "Oh yeah, you just so she likes it dirty." But Ted really liked her, so we played Have You Met Ted? They went to dinner. He walked her home. Should have kissed her, didn't lame. So he stole a spread penis from back at her place. Should have kissed her, didn't lame. He threw 3 parties. They kissed on the roof, but decided to be friends, lame. Then Ted wanted to take Robin to her wedding. She couldn't go. He went alone and met Victoria. Didn't kiss her either, lame. Not a great closer, Ted. But he finally kissed her. They started dating. She went to Germany. Ted kissed Robin. Lost Victoria. Ted did a raid dance. Got Robin. Ted and Robin broke up. Robin moved to Brazil. Came back with a Latin stud. Ted got jealous. Got a tramp stamp. Not really love is the story. I just like mentioning that as much as possible. I hooked up with Robin. Ted and I stopped being friends. Ted got hit by a bus. We made up. Have y'all seen How?
That's hilarious.
I love impressive. That because like that.
That
yeah,
is
I know that always cracks me up too.
That's so,
Not a great closer, Ted. Like, keeps going.
That's so fucking funny. Okay, so I've got two. The first one was a tweet, and it's someone with a screenshot of a text from their mom that says, "My mom finally figured out what the Grammys are," and the text said, "Saeed, you lie. Grammys are an award, not a boxing match for grandmas." I'm like,
That's
damn,
hilarious.
dude, the fact that
The Grammys.
could you imagine?
Can you imagine calling it that?
Oh, the 2022 Grammys. Oh man! And then this last one, I just thought was funny. I watched this special actually the other day, but it's a bit from Chappelle's one of his later specials, or maybe a couple of years ago. But it's about Kevin Hart.
What is with Kevin Hart's coming to town and I wanted to see his show? I said, well, how much are the tickets? He said, they're $125. I said, God damn, mine only 80. I said, well, why you need $250 then? He goes, because I want to go with you, Dan, please. And there it is. So I took him to the show. And we sit right up front, the lights go down, and one opening act after another goes on. Then Kevin takes the stage, crowd goes fucking nuts. Thousands of people. I was furious.
It was just hilarious because in this whole bit, he's going on and on about how his son was like really wanting to see Kevin Hart, and then he saw how much the tickets were. He's like, "What the fuck? Mine are so much less." And then he's like, "Everyone was like treating him like a superstar." Yeah. I was pissed. Chappelle's so good. If you haven't had a chance to watch his stand up, like, I highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, dude, it's so good. But yeah, that was our comedic report. Oh, what's up, Emma? We got Emma in the chat. Looks like Samantha might have switched YouTube accounts because I'm seeing a different name and a picture. Yeah, we got another subscriber. Yeah, if you're watching and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. But yeah, otherwise, we will get into our 5v5. I know some people just joined. If you've got any additional questions for us for our monthly mailbag episode, feel free to throw it in here and we'll answer it before we get off. But yeah, otherwise, we can get into, in the meantime, into our 5v5 of Disney Channel TV shows. So, fuck, dude. Oh,
it's
no.
You.
Yeah, I literally was like, wait, I remember you said I'm odd. So it's me first overall pick. My first overall pick is going to be Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
It's like the
hard hitters. That's my number one pick. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to go after this. There's different options. Fuck.
Okay. My
sorry. Gotta consult Enzo, dude. Make sure he's on board.
Dude, my first pick. What do you think, dude? My first pick is probably going to be... Dude.
It's tough.
Probably Hannah Montana, dude.
Oh, that was a good pick. That I was between. All right, that made my decision easier because I was between that one and another one. My next pick is going to be with your girl Selena Gomez. And I'm going Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah, I know. I was between the two of those. I think my list is only... Oh, no, I have 10 on my list. I was like, I might run out.
I know. My next one here is going to be That's So Raven.
That
was a good one that I watched.
That was my next choice. Now I feel like it's getting into, like, slimmer pickings. I will go with one that was out around the same time, I think. And I'm going to go with Corey in the House.
I will probably go with my third, Kim Possible.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, a little animated for you.
Yeah. I feel like this is like I'm trying to remember how old I would have been when this. I'm gonna actually Google when this show came out because this might be getting into where I was like tail end of me watching, and then it was like. I have younger siblings, so it'd be on. So I will say Phineas and Ferb.
Nice. That is a good one. I feel like a lot of people like really enjoy that show.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I see it a lot on TikTok now. But I I'm trying to remember like that I was trying to see when it came out, and like I was trying to remember if it was more like I watched it or if I was more I watched it with like Andy, Samantha, or Carter. But Samantha's never watched That's So Raven. That makes me feel old.
Damn.
You
that's
know
crazy.
of That's So Raven? I hope. Question
Raven
mark?
Simone. She could see into the future.
That was a really good show. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. She must have been on mute, man. That was literally number 1 overall pick.
Okay. Number 4 for me will probably be another old one here is Phil of the Future.
Phil of the Future. Weird picks. Oh. What are you? Oh, wait. Well, well, hang on. Maybe we'll finish our picks and then maybe there's something we missed. The last one, I will say Sweet Life on Deck was good. I don't know if that's fair game, though, because I said Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I like Sweet Life on Deck, but I feel like I can't choose it because I already chose Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. But it is really good. I will go with one that is on the newer end. I'll go with Good Luck Charlie.
Oh, nice.
That was again like later end of me watching Disney Channel. No, Wizards of Waverly Place was my number 2, Samantha. Snagged Selena.
And my
at number
last
2.
one is going to be Even Stevens.
Even Stevens. Oh, that's a good one.
Young Shia LaBeouf.
That's good. The only one I don't have, or no, I think I have everything from my list is gone.
Really?
I think. Let me
I
see.
had.
Oh no, I didn't really watch much of this one, but Lizzie McGuire.
Oh yeah, I had that one. That's a huge one.
Yeah, but
The movie was phenomenal.
Yeah.
When she's in Italy, that's like the song that's going on TikTok.
Yeah. But like that was pretty much my list. Did you have? What else did you have?
I had American Dragon, Jake Long, The Proud Family. I think that's it.
We got some hard hitters on here. I don't know. I'm curious if anyone listening, if there's like any that we like missed that you're like, oh, how did you not have this? Samantha seems to be really struggling. I don't know what you watch on Disney Channel.
Some of mine are pretty old, like That's So Raven, Phil the Future, and Even Stevens.
I'm shocked
Those
she
three
didn't
are,
know
like-
That's So Raven.
Those 3 though are like really old.
Yeah.
Those are like when my sister was watching Disney, so I was forced to
Yeah.
watch.
Nancy's offended that we didn't think of Lizzie McGuire sooner. The movie slaps. Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we've got pretty much everything. I literally can't think of another Disney Channel show. I don't know. I feel like at this point they would have all just turned into like new stuff.
I don't even know what's on now.
And honestly, I feel like at a certain point, Carter might have gotten screwed over a little bit because he kind of probably never really had like a Disney Channel movie phase because he has 3 older siblings who are wanting to watch. Like when he was in like middle school, he was probably watching like The Office. Is that when you watch Disney Channel? How old are you? Like, is that elementary school more than middle school?
Probably both.
Both. I don't even remember how old you are when you watch it.
Dude.
Nancy
The
says you
movies
guys should do
slapped.
movies next. Oh yeah, Disney Channel movies. That actually would be a good one.
Yeah.
That would be good. We're all for 5v5 ideas, so definitely let us know. What's the one with Debbie Ryan? Oh, there was one with Debbie Ryan. Oh, there was also one with Demi Lovato, where she it wasn't Camp Rock. Camp Rock's the movie.
It was Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny with like a yeah, and then Shake It Up with Zendaya. Oh, and Nancy says Jessie. Okay, there are other shows. These are familiar, ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Missing out on Puppy Dog Pals. What is that?
Sounds like
Sounds like something
Paw
Samantha
Patrol.
either just made up or either she just made it up or just coming up with something on her own. Or maybe it's something that's like really new. Also, I think she's gone back to her
on the
old
cutting
YouTube.
edge.
Yeah, she's like in the process of creating Sunny with a
Sunny
Chance.
with a Chance.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
These are ringing some bells. It's been a minute since I've like thought about Disney Channel shows. So yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, I guess we'll go through our 5 again. If you all have any questions before you want us to hop off, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, we will wrap it up with our 5 and then call it a day. So
Sounds good.
you can go ahead with your 5.
Sounds good. I had Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, Kim Possible, Phil the Future, and Even Stevens.
Phil the Future. I don't know if hang on, I'm going to Google that really quick. Phil of the...
He was the guy that came from the future and they like got stuck in their current the current time.
I don't know if I watched that. It only had 2 seasons. That's crazy.
That's pretty good.
Damn. Not good enough, I guess. No, I'm kidding.
That's the brother, I think. Isn't that the brother from Wizards of Waverly
shit, I
Place
just
too?
quit out of it. Hang on. Phil of the Future. It, whoa, dude. It has, wait. Oh, no, just kidding. Oh, it's so funny because I
It
recognize
has the
the
girl
last
from
name.
like Allie and AJ. I think.
The girl, from, what's that show? Oh, Flash. You know the redhead from Flash? Her sister's in this.
Oh,
Dude, what the fuck? This cast is actually pretty wild. So it has the sister of that, which is, I guess, whatever. But Evan Peters is in this. For the future.
Yeah.
What? Ben Savage. Oh, it has the brother from Hannah Montana. Not Wizards of Waverly Place, but Hannah Montana. So it's like the Jason Earls guy, the guy who plays whatever Hannah Montana's brother's name is.
the main guy?
And it also has Estelle Harris, who just passed away, but she was in Seinfeld. She was
hold on.
what the oh my god, I'm like complete. Who's the? Why can't I think of the guy in Seinfeld's name? Who's Seinfeld's best friend? In Seinfeld, played by Jason Alexander. Oh my god, dude, this is gonna drive me nuts. This is not great audio. I apologize. Oh, George Costanza. She played George Costanza's mom, and she just passed away. Dude, this cast has like some actually like decently known people. That's wild. It is kind of crazy sometimes when some of these Disney Channel shows like have actual people. Oh, sorry. Anyways, my 5. I had Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Wizards of Waverly Place, Corey in the House, Phineas and Ferb, and Good Luck Charlie.
Nice. Well, I think that is our list there.
Yeah.
If we missed any, please let us know in our socials. See what was your
Dog
favorite?
with a Blog. Is that a show?
I don't know.
Is a new? Oh, Dog with the Blog is a new one. Do you still watch? No hate, but are you still watching Disney Channel?
Disney Plus.
Disney. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Do you think that's how kids watch Disney Channel now? Like, is
Probably.
Disney Channel even a thing?
I'm sure.
That's
They have the
wild.
money too.
That's
But
very true.
yeah. Well, that was our episode. Please let us know what your favorite Disney Channel show was and tag us in that. And if you have any suggestions or any questions you'd like to ask us for next mailbag, please let us know. If they're top of the mind right away now. As well as please, we don't say this as much, but please subscribe.
Yeah,
to
we're
our YouTube
really
channel.
admittedly terrible with promoting our own socials.
Follow
So
us on
follow,
Spotify, Apple Music.
connect with us on LinkedIn, everything.
We don't have a Someone's Happy Hour page yet, but we're
Yeah,
sure to.
that would be hilarious. I feel like that also would definitely not be something we should do.
No, probably not.
Trying to
With
distance
that-
ourselves from our professional lives a little bit.
Yeah. But with that, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode today talking about our various antics, and hopefully you enjoyed listening to us answering Samantha's questions. We almost should just have her on as a guest at that point.
Yeah, honestly.
And just have her interview us or
so
something.
here's the thing. You definitely... Well, no, we should have her on. Because she got really mad when we had Andy and Carter on, and she has not been on. So it's funny that you mentioned that. I'm assuming she's still listening. So
Nice.
she is gonna jump at that. So actually, maybe we'll tease that soon. So we'll have to coordinate with her nursing. Actually, that could be a good episode because we could talk about she's wrapping up college and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So here you go, Samantha. We'll work it out offline. I guess we're stuck now. No, I'm just kidding. But no, that'll be good. That'll
For
be
sure.
good.
Well, with that being said, we hope UNC loses tonight and see you guys
Absolutely.
in the next one.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.